Well, all right. Yankees took this one 5-3. Made me sweat though. Clay Holmes pitching and Gleyber Torres defense made me sweat. But Garrett Cole looks like he locked up and solidified the Cy Young Award tonight. And I love watching Garrett Cole pitch. I love watching him pitch even more when as a Yankee. And I'm really, really thankful that we have him. And I hope the Yankees build around him and really, really do an ad pitching. So I hope they do that and get another late inning reliever. And I'm telling you, I'll say it again. People may disagree, but I would consider moving Gleyber Torres for another pitcher. So, it's again his bat. We could. His bat's replaceable. Okay, would it be missed? Yes, but his bat's replaceable. But the defense we need, honestly, we need better infield defense. So, but shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to everybody. The Yankees picked they needed that win tonight. They needed that win tonight against Toronto. So I'll take it. Now the Arizona Diamondbacks come into town for 3, and then they go back out to Toronto for 3, which Cole will pitch again there. And then they go to Kansas City for 3 to end the season. So that's it. And 9 games left. Cole, 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. And as good as you can get. As good as you can get. Thank you, Garrett Cole, for what you did this year. And then Jake Bauers hit a 3-run shot today, too. So he's 14-4, 270-ish, 275 ERA, 215 strikeouts, something like that. He could have been probably 20-4 or 18-4, something like that. So, but it is what it is. No, they have not been mathematically eliminated, but it's a matter of a game now, Hamilton Harris. It's a matter of a game or two. They have to win every game, and Toronto has to lose every game, which is an unlikely scenario. But it's not confirmed yet. But Cole could not have been better this year. I'm so thankfully he's with us, and he's done what he's done. He's a losing streak ender. He's an equalizer. He is the very definition of an ace, our ace. And again, which is why, honestly, I hope that they get Yamamoto from Japan. And I mentioned David Bednar too, Sean. I did mention him. If you can get him, and that's a big get for the 9th inning. Huge get. Huge. So we'll see. I don't know if Bauers is going to be back next year, Aiden, to be honest with you. I don't think Florial will be back next year either. I don't think either one will be here. Yankees have to upgrade their roster. They really, really do. So, and the Yankees bullpen almost blows in Cole sucks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Mr. Bryan. They need that long relief. They need that and late inning relief. They need that. They absolutely freaking need it. Yeah. I still think, towards the defense, I don't know if he makes him untrade or makes him harder to trade. People would trade for his offense and overlook some. Not everybody. Some I think would overlook his defense, Texas, but you could be right there. But Texas. Not Texas. Miami's already said they're investing in the infield. You got Joey Wendell's getting older there. Jazz is in the outfield now, so they could do something there. This is a trade that they can make for a pitcher and get one of those young starting pitchers with controllable years. You can get him on Torres, and we can get a Braxton Garrett or Edward Cabrera on the cheap to add to a guy like Yamamoto, and they can get 2 starters instead of having to pay $60 million for 2 of them. they can get 2 of them for pretty much the price of 1, you know? So, we'll see. I mean, Loaizaga, continuing health issues, yes. Nestor Cortez, unreliable, continuing health issues. We have too many question marks, Rose. No, honestly, he's a free. Yeah, I think Brandon. I think they should trade him this offseason from them. No, I think they should trade Torres now, and I would put Oswald Peraza in his place at second. I would. I'm thrilled that Cole signed him as a free agent. Yes, Sean. Yes, I was. I mean, you may have to add to, a prospect too. What do you call it? A prospect to put to Torres for a guy like Bednar, but like you may even have to add a prospect to Torres to get one of those starters from Miami. But it's if that's all you need to do, then you do it. Then you do it. So, by the way, smash that like button, gang. Let's celebrate this win, this ace level performance, this Cy Young performance by Garrett Cole. I mean, really, Vasquez and Breida long relief. Yep, yes, indeed. They need both, Quell. Honestly, they need offense and pitching. They really, really do. No. Yeah, feel better, Alex, man. Recover, man. Recover, dude. No, Peter, he's gonna get more than that. 6-7 million on 1-year contract. He's gonna get more than that. Cole's ERA now is 2.75. Louis G. 2.75 after the game today. No. Bader's probably gonna get 10 million a year for probably 3-4 years. I think. His defense alone will get him more than 1 year, 6 or 7 million bucks. No. Yeah, Wank. The bullpen blew King's game, but King's, solidifying a rotation spot for him for next year. So that's good. What's up, Mike Kowinski? What's happening, man? Damn right, Rob. The offseason is going to be very entertaining, the Yankees, I hope, are aggressive quickly and early in the offseason. With the money that we owe Stanton, man, we can give him $3 million a year for like the next 30 years, or something like that. Stretch it out. I don't know if we'd be willing to do that, but we could. That would be huge. That's what they pretty much did with Bonilla. Like, I think it's like $1 or $2 million a year for like 20 something years. So, and it's at some point coming to an end. You know what I mean? Yeah. Florial doesn't have any options. Aiden, like, I'm guessing they're probably going to keep Everson Pereira. I think, but we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do, but I would pass on Florial. Yes, he did almost. Yes, he almost did it, Yankee Mike. I would have been pissed off if they blew that win for Cole, man. My gosh. Let the Mets sign Ohtani. I could care less. And Lapari, let him sign Ohtani. Could care less. They might have the big bid in the National League, but who gives a crap, right? So, Roki Sasaki. I mean, he's different. He's a younger fireball. I don't know if he's better, but Yamamoto is probably going to be available this offseason. Different types of pitchers. I mean, Sasaki probably won't be posted. He won't be unless he's early posted, but he's not age eligible until like 2027. So he won't be here. I mean, he's only 21 years old. So when he's like 25, like Yamamoto, he'll be available. My man Consigliere in the place, the king of Cali, right there. Thank you, my man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Stephen A. threw out the first pitch. Heard he booted it too, right? Crap one. Yeah, Stephen A. I mean, Fuzzy dialed into his show yesterday, one of the more respected baseball channels on YouTube. And I was calling him out on some of his stuff, and then Stephen Smith was like, told him to shut the hell up, told the baseball community to shut the hell up. It's like, you know, like I understand his opinions on Otani, but like being a dick about it, not really. Not really. Stephen A., yeah, man. You know, let him continue doing the big mouth basketball commentator stuff and doing over there and look for stuff. But like, yeah, he talked about Otani with a lot. He was Fuzzy. He's like one of the top respected baseball YouTube channels out there. He's got like 500,000 subscribers. No, I mean, I know Fuzzy called in and he was speaking to him on the phone. No, well, yeah, yeah. I don't think he does have ridiculous baseball takes. Some of his basketball takes are crazy too, but not as ridiculous as baseball. Yeah, he doesn't really know much about about baseball to to be telling people to shut the hell up and doing this thing, but you know, but go right ahead, dude. I pass on Otani too, Rob. I pass on Otani as well. 24th run score, playing half the yeah. Yeah, man. See, he's all about Stephen A. He'll make these controversial takes to get attention, to get views, to get clicks, or whatever, to get subscribers, and everything else. So, but you're right about that, Dave. He's got no shame. You're right about that, Jonathan. I think Labor gets traded too. Man, Doug Russo. Yeah, yeah. He's got some football. I mean, he's stick with basketball, dude. Like honestly, stick with basketball. You got PS5 blowing with the Yankees to get Yamamoto. Yamamoto, Soto, and Bellinger would be a crazy out. Would be a freaking crazy off season. And one of the only problem with that is if they get Soto and Bellinger, there's no room for Spencer Jones unless they are going to transition him to first base, him or Bellinger to first base to replace Rizzo after next year. In all honesty, definitely clickbait Texas, definite. Like that's the only way I can see making Spencer Jones happen. But Yamamoto and either one of those guys would be phenomenal this offseason. Yeah, Cowboys lost their top. I mean, corner today tore his ACL in practice. I put out a video on it on my football channel. No. Mm-hmm. That'll be a Christmas wish for me too, Lapari. The Yankees, Why do we need Otani? I mean, I pass on him. I pass on him. He's going to be pitching in 2025, but you don't know how good he's going to be. You just don't know. And for that price, and he's going to get paid. You know that. But, like there are basketball players who make like $50 million a year. And some of them don't have any place making that, but like it is what it is. That's just the way the industry is now. Yeah, prospects are only prospects. They're not proven at the major league level. Soto is proven at the major league level. So, um, yeah, Spencer Jones looks like a very promising and special prospect. See, I would take Soto over Bellinger Rob, me, bought. Peter, man. I think a lot of people could throw it straight. I mean, look at 50 Cent, the hip hop artist. If you've ever seen his first pitch, put on YouTube, Google 50 Cent first pitch. One of the probably the worst first pitches in history of the world. So thank you, the king of Texas, right here, the master, the sheriff, the emperor, Texas, son, the man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. It's I mean, Soto's the guy, man. Soto's a generational player. To me, he's a generational player. No, he's had injuries. I mean, like this season's good, and then he won the MVP and Alex in 2019. But all the in between seasons were injury riddled and not good. So you know, and I mentioned that to you. If you got Bellinger, you can bring him over and replace. Move him to first base. It might help keep him healthier. Replace Rizzo, and then you have left field open. And you could get a free agent or make room for Spencer Jones. There are things you can, right? So Bush took. I was at that game, Sean. Game 3 of the 2001 World Series when Bush threw out the first pitch. He threw a perfect strike. Yeah. Yeah, I worry about Bellinger. I don't worry about Soto. I just don't. Cole, yeah, I mean Cole's a thinking man's pitcher. He's a power pitcher and a thinking man's pitcher. He's the perfect combination of the two. He's got the Nolan Ryan power and that Greg Maddux intellect. So to me, he's like the perfect balance between the two. One reason I love the guy. Watching him, listening to him, and like everything. Joel's going to the mattresses, huh? Well, Texas is getting better, man. Look at that. You get the two formidable forces together in Texas. I love it, man. I love it. Cool. Cool, apart. Very cool. Yeah, Vlad Jr. Peter. Yeah. You're right about that, Davey. Honestly, I think the Padres are going to try and build around him this year. They're going to try their darndest to re-sign Hader and Snell, or um, make some other moves in an attempt to keep Soto. Otherwise, not going to get really anything for him trading him at the deadline next year with half a season. Now, if they want to try to get the World Series or win the World Series, this is your year to invest and get some guys here. You know what I mean? So they got to do it. That's the only chance they have right now with Soto. They had 2.5 years of Soto control so far. They've gotten a year and a half done already. They got one more year left. So, yeah, it's they're in a tough spot. The Padres, they are in a tough spot, and financially as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It really will be. Not early. Oh, about the suspension, Sean. The 161 Dallas division. Yeah. Yeah, man. They could do a completely different offseason, Lapari. We don't know. We just don't know. It's a lot of speculation right now. They could throw everybody off and have a completely different. It would be uncharacteristic, and surprising. But like we all kind of have an idea what their obvious needs are, and if they don't address those, we'll be surprised and upset and disappointed. Disappointed. Um, I mean, you're right about that, Davey. He pretty much is the Padres. He pretty much is. I think the chances of Stanton being gone are not that high, but if it did happen, um, I could see probably the Dodgers, and I do think they keep. I do think they keep Casey as a hitting coach as well. Joseph, thank you, sir. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Support's greatly appreciated. Now, I don't think Hal will do rebuild. I think he's going to do retooling. There are some guys that I have a video coming out where, like, who I think should come back, should not come back, will come back, and will not come back in terms of 2024. That video's coming out. And but the two options for the Yankees are to eat big money and get a team to take him, or don't eat big money and add a big prospect to him. If a team bites like the Dodgers. So we'll see. Or I mean, if Soto wants to be a Yankee, man, they'd be nuts to not make that happen. Honestly. If I were Cashman, what would I do? I would trade for Soto. I would sign Yamamoto. Trade Gleyber Torres for a pitcher, and bring in another late inning reliever. At the very least, do that. If I couldn't get Soto, I would trade for that Korean outfielder, Jung Ho Lee. Those are the moves I would do. And I mean, you can even move someone. Like if you trade Torres, you can move Peraza to second, and you can sign somebody like Jimmer Candelario for third. It won't be that expensive. He's a reliable, athletic, switch-hitting player who plays good defense and puts the ball in play. Somebody we need. Instead of paying $25 million a year for Matt Chapman, you get somebody like Candelario for a third of the price. You know what I mean? So, and I'm with you too there, Joel, when it comes to Yeti. I think Hal will be involved this offseason too. I do. Big prospect will they have to get rid of Stanton? I don't know. Maybe Oswald Peraza, maybe Everson Pereira, maybe like a Will Warren or somebody like that. No, I don't know, Aiden, if it's in the Stanton line. It's going to be harder than people think. I'm not going to DFA him with 90-something million left on his deal, so I don't know why people keep saying that, but that's not going to happen. So Chapman? No, Matt Chapman? Yeah. Yeah. He still puts up, but like, you know, I don't think he's worth bringing into the Yankees. Honestly, like, I'd rather keep Oswald Peraza there. Or you call up Andres Chaparro, have one of their young kids here. You know what I mean? Instead of paying 20-something million dollars for him, forget it. Forget it. You know what I mean? My one move where people say, holy shit, would be trading for Juan Soto. Or trading for Juan Soto and somebody else. Or my other holy shit move would be trading for Luis Robert from the White Sox. Those moves would be like, oof. And if you know, I mean, see, this is the good thing too. Like Joe, like if Ohtani doesn't want to go to Dodgers and he can't get him, it leaves open the possibility of them making a trade with the Yankees for Stanton. Stanton was, I mean, the Dodgers were the only other team they would have waived there's no trade clause for. So if the Yankees can attach a good prospect, I would imagine they can facilitate some kind of trade. I think they would still eat a little bit of money, but not a ton. But you add a top 5 prospect, something like that, might be a doable scenario. No, team's not going to ask for IKF. IKF's a free agent. They could just sign IKF. They could ask for Oswald Peraza. They could ask for Everson Pereira. They could ask for Will Warren, one of these guys. They could ask for Drew Thorpe. You know what I mean? Oh, Billy, yeah, Clemens. It's always awesome when Cole's called. It's awesome. Freaking awesome. So I think Ohtani goes to Seattle too, Texas. I've been predicting it for a year now. I still stand with that one. Orioles can afford him. A lot of teams can. Like you'd have to give up Drew Thorpe. Spencer Jones, probably Oswald Peraza, and quite a few others. You probably give up 5 guys for Luis Robert, something like that. But that's a holy shit moment for the Yankees. Imagine if we got Dylan Cease and Teoscar. I mean, that would be Teoscar's a free agent, so Dylan Cease has got 2 more years left. They can sign Teoscar. I think they can sign. I think he's a free agent. Yeah, I think so. And trading for Cease would be crazy. Imagine trading for Dylan Cease and Luis Robert. That would gut the farm. No. Did they suspend the Broncos safety fence? I'm not sure, Sean. I haven't heard anything. Well, I think it's time to move on from Torres, not only his defense, but Peraza, now that he's getting regular playing time, he's hitting much better. So he was hit sporadically too for us. So and his defense is 10 times better than Torres. And again, we're not replacing 35 to 40 home runs. Replacing decent production. But again, Jason Dominguez will help you. You add Teoscar, you add somebody like Candelario for third. They can replace his offense in other areas, and improve the defense too. I'm not really worried about Peraza immediately replacing his offense. You got that right. It fits him in the Northwest. Damn right, Texas. We're watching The Sopranos. Nice intervention. One of my favorite shows of all time, Billy. I mean, Sean, if the Yankees did all that, this would be that would be a monster offseason like they had in 2009. Like, it really would. Oh. Giants are catching up to the 49ers now. Good. Who said that if we trade Stanton to the Nationals and we take on Patrick Corbin's bad contract? Who said that? I never said that. I would never do that trade. Patrick Corbin's is another nightmare. I wouldn't do that. Did somebody tell you that, Aiden? Suggest that? I would never make that trade. No, he wouldn't waive his no trade clause to the Nationals anyway. I'd be surprised. Someone in MLB said that this morning. Really, Ron? Trade Stanton to the Nationals for Patrick Corbin? Oh, God. It's awful. Oy, 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 oy. Somebody said that on MLB today? Is that where you heard it from, Aiden? Rendon's, yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah, Rendon's like he's basically legally robbing the Angels. It's like crazy. Wow, who said that, Rob, on MLB? Who made that suggestion? Oy, oy, oy. I mean, you're giving up more money but on Stanton's overall for Corbin's overall, but why would the Nationals do that? Stanton to the Phillies or Bryce, that would never, ever, ever, ever happen, Wink. Much we like it to, that'll never happen. Stanton to the Phillies for. I mean, I would do it, but I don't think the Phillies would do it. Who on the MLB Network proposed that one? College football. What's a good word? What's the good word? College football. Mm-hmm. All right, touchdown Giants. All right. College Football Express is in the house. My man Maz is here. In the building. I will wrap it up in a minute too. Got to get up early and go to PT. You're gonna be pushing me hard tomorrow. No. Well, you might be right, Sean. We're probably stuck with Stanton unless they can pull off something. And we don't even know who the GM is going to be next year. So we'll see what they can do. Honestly, we'll see what they can do. I can't see Stanton to the Nationals. Michael K. Oh, God. About taking on Corbin's bad contract. Dan Plesac, too? Oh, my God. The Nationals have no reason to do it, even though they're a rich team. Yankees have no reason. It doesn't help either team, really. If you're looking for a straight-up money dump, I would just add prospects. Take a money dump and then just, and then taking one back. So I would add a good prospect, or even two to Stanton, so that we don't have to take any money back from anybody. You know what I mean? No. But I would agree, the Dodgers and Padres, they're probably the only teams I think that would consider a trade for Stanton, especially if the Yankees ate some decent money or attached a good prospect. So, my guy, Corbin Stanton. Oh, God. Yeah. Trailing 5, trying to get within 3. All right. Come on, Giants. Come on. Yeah, Davey, I get that, man. I totally get that. Like, I feel the same way about certain content creators, too. They do the same thing. Praise themselves, pat themselves on their backs, and then trash other people. Right? So, lose the Miami money. We would lose money. Yes, we would. Texas, yes, sir, we would. And that has to be factored in. That's a good point, Texas. That's a good point. The offensive line for the Giants, they need to protect this guy. Like, I was saying it earlier, the adjustments, like, the offensive line needs to protect him. The defense has to stop falling into these massive holes early in the game, which forces the offense, who they don't protect that well right now, to have to claw back in mid. I mean, it was a freaking miracle beating the Cardinals last week. But, like, this is the Niners. It's a different team. Like, and the Cowboys lost their top Pro Bowl cornerback today to a torn ACL. But even so, they would have still mauled the Dodgers. I mean, the Giants. You know? It's crazy. Yeah, I heard about J.C. Mahir suspended for the whole year for got popped a second time. Stupid. Stupid, man. It's just, these guys got to stop. What are they juicing for? What are you freaking, why? Why are you juicing for? You know? I don't get it. I really don't. You pull Ryan off the baseball. Ryan, you talking about Nolan Ryan? Oh. Pop for the same drug, pop for the second. I mean, come on, dude. Like, what is wrong with these people? It's like A-Rod got popped that second time and then banned the whole season for the Yankees. Nolan Ryan, huh? Why are we taking him off? Stanton back to Miami with Gleyber for Jazz, and no, they'll never do that. They would never do that. Miami wouldn't do that. As much as I would like that, Miami wouldn't do that. I like these trade ideas, though. They're definitely pro-Yankee trades, which I like. Oh, yeah, that's true. These guys keep juicing. Yeah, Davey, this is true too. You can get like a fifth-round draft pick; it turns into a Hall of Famer, and a lottery pick; it turns out to be a bust. It happens. It happens. It really has. You know, like the Giants need a freaking DeBrickashaw Ferguson or a Nick Mangold. Like, so the Giants, so the Jets. But like, those are the types of guys, high character guys, just guys from good programs. Nick Mangold from Ohio State, like DeBrickashaw. Where'd he come from? Virginia, I think Virginia. You know, juicing for a big contract too. But now he's going to get suspended for the whole season without pay. So, you and me both, Mazza. Right? Get Bednar, man. Oh God, add him to that bullpen, baby. Add him to that bullpen. French bread with butter and Swiss cheese. Interesting. Gotta get that craving thing. Gotta satisfy your craving, baby. Do it, man. Do it. Do it. No, Stanton is way past his MVP prime. Way past it. He's a shell of his former self. It's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate to see him deteriorate. And he's even uncharacteristically venting his frustration. So you can tell when he's interviewing with reporters now. So this stuff is getting to him. It really is. Andy Pettit used HADF to speed up recovery of his injury. Yes, he did. He stopped. He also started a little bit of a ban. He owned up to it too. So he owned up to it. Goddamn right, Football Express. Get that seriously legitimate close. We need that, like, consistent bulldog in the ninth inning, man. Like, I have too many John Wetland moments with Clay Holmes and even Tommy Kahnle. Too many Wetland moments. It's crazy. Crazy. All-star last year, beyond horrible this year. Who are you talking about, Rob? Oh, God. Yamamoto would be an excellent add to this bullpen. Yeah. The Braves are just putting themselves in a position to be the World Series favorites. In all honesty. Oh, Stanton? Yeah. No doubt, Rob. No doubt. It's a shame. He was the MVP of the All-Star game last year. Now it's like, what the hell? It's unbelievable. His deterioration is just very disheartening. It's too bad. It really is too bad. Damn, we need Yamamoto, and I think Jung Ho Lee too. Both. Yeah, the Braves are just a monster. They're a monster. Should be the closer, David Bednar. Hayden, David Bednar. McAllister is an intriguing one, but I would take Bednar personally. So I don't know McCall. I mean, McCall's like 37 too, so I don't even know if he'll be back. My take on Roger Clemens since the beginning, he was my Favorite pitcher of all time. Garrett Cole's my favorite pitcher now. And he never failed a drug test. And he won in court, in the Supreme Court, all the lawsuits. He was never found to be guilty of anything, but he was accused of Brian McNamee. He became the poster child for this juicing. And, and it's probably going to keep him from getting to the Hall of Fame, even though he's probably been probably the greatest right-handed pitcher ever. Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver. Yep. Braves took all the Utes. Texas, all the Utes. They're loaded with Utes. But I met Roger Clemens at a Broadway show. We were in the bathroom. He was peeing in the urinal next to me, peeing in the urinal. I looked up and I said, "Oh shit, it's Roger Clemens." Met him afterward, introduced myself. He was a nice guy, shook his hand, and all that stuff. He was cool. Kendall Gray might be a nice option. Hader's going to be an expensive one, but Bednar is my first choice. Yeah, Wetland. Yeah, Wetland was also the most stressful, stressful reliever, but he was World Series MVP. It's very stressful. So, yeah, I agree with Mazza. And the Braves are constructed as well as you can be constructed. So, same with Barry Bonds too. Yeah, but Barry Bonds also had one of the most noticeable physical changes. Like he looked like me when he came up, and he looked like Dwayne the Rock Johnson when in his latter career. Like Roger Clemens was always a big dude, never really changed much, a husky guy. There was a huge physical transformation with Bonds. So the obvious, the argument for him juicing is a little bit more probably strong, but still he's never failed anything. So, but the perception became the reality for him and Clemens. The Roger, oh yeah, of course, Davey. We all washed our hands, and then when we left the bathroom, I introduced myself. Now, Clemens was fearless, absolutely fearless. That'd be kind of crazy, Lepar, if I ever got a chance to do that. That'd be kind of awesome. And I agree, Rob Rose needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He did. Yes, he deserves to be in the damn Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about it. Cole is a bulldog. Yes, it's my favorite pitcher in baseball. Love watching him pitch. 40. It's like. Yeah, but he was also like kind of an MVP type guy before he started becoming a Hulk too. So, but yeah, he had a Hall of Fame trajectory, just like A-Rod did, and then things happened. So unfortunately, yeah, he was a gifted player, Billy, gifted player all the way around. 5 tool, yeah, no doubt. McGuire, Soto. Sosa, yeah. They rejuvenated baseball, that's for damn sure, that home run race. Yeah, Altuve, I know. I don't want him to get in there either, Wink. I don't want to get in there either. I don't know why he's taking so long. People, I don't know. They're just making an example out of him. Who knows what they're doing? Got some haters over there, Lapari. But they should grow up and freaking put him in the Hall of Fame. They really should. Bonds didn't need the juice, neither did A-Rod. I want Soto too, Mazza. Me too, 100%, bro. 100%. But let me let you guys and gals go. I'm going to wrap this up. Got to get up early and do PT. A little bit of a drive ahead of me in the morning too. And they definitely save baseball. They made owners tons of money. They made players a ton of money. They made the sport a ton of money. Bro, 100%, bro. Rejuvenated the freaking sport. So they get caught with the corporate. I remember that too. Pete Rose has more than done his time, Wink. More than his time. Fred McGriff, yeah, I mean, he was it was about time McGriff got in there. But peace and love to Yanks. Have a great night. Appreciate your comments, your insight. Yankees win. Cole, I think, locked up his silent tonight. But again, have a great night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. The Yankees got the Diamondbacks. We'll be recapping that one too. Let's freaking go. Have a great night.